Okay, this is Grant Mulder, and this is the Geocache app. So to start off, here are all the check marks for the videos that I watched. And then as for a live demo, I have it hooked up to my iPhone, connected to my computer. You can click on any of, oh, I have to do it on my phone. You can click on any of these to show all the different ones. And you can hit to log it to go found one time. You can log it to find it 2 times. You can go back and then log it again. It'll be 3. You can add, and for the sake, I'll do finding me. And then I'll use the current location, and I can save it. And then if I reload the JS bundle, might take a sec. And once it's there, I can click on it, and this is showing where it was recorded. And I can log it, and I can go back and log it for 2, and that's the app. So now, moving on to the code. Well, firstly, this is for the Mongo Compass. This is what we input from the classes, and then this is what I use. I use Postman for figuring this out. This was all just because I didn't have it active. And now for the code. So to start, I'll start off in the index for the mobile. It's all the imports, obviously. This is all the stuff that he just quickly went over, like for the header, and then the information for the stack navigator, going to the caches, getting the parameters, just all that basic stuff, and then creating the cache with the buttons, and then what should we do next? I'll do create cache. So as for creating the cache, we extended the component, the React component, for gaining the title, description, latitude, longitude, and loading, and putting those as the basic things. On the current location, you'll press it, it'll take the latitude and longitude from the location, saving it. If you hit save, it'll save it and post it to the other page. Having the JSON for a string for all these different things. And then going into the render, having it take the label, the placeholder, the value, the on-change text, as well as just that for everything, for all the different text fields. And then the buttons, and for details, looking at more imports, all the styling and the views and everything. And this is for getting the background, just like the basic stuff like that, the color, the size of the text, the map. The map actually with the was one of the cooler things we put in. And then the did mount, like in the other projects, the handle, log press for finding it or fetching it. And then updating the item, going over getting the longitude and latitude. Enabling zoom and scrolling is turned off so that you can't move the map around to see where the place is located. And these are just the views, the styles. As for the list, this is for the geocache list, loading set for false, and listing the error, the error for if they don't put something in. More rendering for it, and then just the listing for the title and the index. And I'll go to the API now. This is just putting in my IP, and using that to go into the database and transferring it onto the app. And then just if there's an error with the URL in the path, then this is all just the button, the form list stuff. And going now down to the server, we made the API geocache and the log find for all these different things. So for the list index, we are taking these constants for the app connected DB, the database, and the cache, and we are getting it to get. This one's for the get for the connecting to the database. Get just the get for pulling it in, and then pretty much, and then it brings it out, puts it out for the list of things. And then for the log find index, it is doing the same ones. It's doing the put command, and this is for throwing the error for no document, finding an update, and modifying it for for the find part if you click the find button. And then the cache item for pulling out the result of that. And then here's the other error message for that. As for the index for the geocache, we're also pulling all these again. This is for the post method, and that's just it's just the same thing, just with the post putting it into the different area. And for the date, that was just for providing the date, having it with the helmet and the moment and the express. Doing the get for the time and putting it out like this. And then for the models, this was showing that the title, description, latitude, longitude were all required for inputting, and then the found count starts at 0. And for data, this was given to us. We just put that in. And for the seed, this is where we put the data like through the database to the app. We would put the seed, connect to the database, find the estimated document count, so like how many there are, and then if the cache count was greater than 0, it would give you the error. And again, it would catch errors for seeding the database. For configuring the API, it's just providing the different methods for, instead of adding the .js for at the end of every single like push and stuff like that, you wouldn't have to add .js. It would just do it because of this. And in the database, this is taking the mongoose. This is putting in what we put for the database URL, bringing it there, and working with the database, and then just connecting it using the mongoose like Spencer showed us, and just connecting it, and that's it, I'm pretty sure. So, and then just going into this, like I can go over to the table view, and the same one, grant that I put, I can delete it out, and then it won't be there on my phone after I delete it. So I think that's everything, and thank you.